Hello everybody, it's Cobalt here and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you more custom commissions that I have finished recently. Once again, all of these clips are just random little videos that I record after I finish each custom just to sort of document what I did for each of them, and then I edit them all into these little compilation videos. And with this video in particular, my voice sounds completely different in like every single clip for some reason. I don't know why, but I hope that's not super distracting, and I hope you guys don't mind that I've been posting so many of these videos. I've just been going through my computer and cleaning out a bunch of footage and finally putting these together. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. This is another commission for Voodoo Dreams LPS. They're a person that has commissioned me before, and this custom might look a bit similar because it is actually supposed to be a twin to the custom that they commissioned me in the past. So here is a side-by-side. This is the other custom over there that I made for him. This custom's name is Alucard, and the custom that I just finished making is Alistair, and they are brothers. I believe they're supposed to be twins. And then here is a picture that Voodoo took of them both together in their new home. So I love these guys. I helped her design the original one, and then she gave me the design for this guy. I tweaked a bit of things. It used to have some brown in the design, but we changed that to orange because we just thought that it would look better. These guys are both super fun to make. I think their designs are so interesting and unique. As I mentioned when I showed off the other custom, they are avian creatures, so they are like bird dogs, I guess. So they have sort of feather patterns, as you can see, and bird-like eyes. So as for sculpting, I sculpted his hair, which Voodoo wanted me to have pointing in the opposite direction as his brother, which I think is a cool idea. So I sculpted his hair, and then I sculpted his two piercings, his fluff on both the ears, the fluff inside the ears, the fluff right here on the sides, sculpted his eyebrows, I sculpted the fluff on the chest, he has fluff on the legs that I sculpted, and his fluffy little bird tail. I really like the design that he has on his back. I think it's really cool, and they have a lot of similarities, but they are both very unique designs, and I think they're just super cool characters. And of course, he has these adorable little toe beans. I believe Alucard's toes are all blue, but this guy has some orange ones as well, which is very cool. Alright, so right off the bat, this commission is super cute. It is for a person on Etsy of their OC. Here is what it looks like on the reference sheet. I believe their character's name is Mocha, and they asked me to make it from an ear-up collie base, and I sculpted just the hair. Everything else is just repainted. I love the way that her eyes look, and the swirling pattern on her face is super cool, and she also has it on her body on both sides, and all these little spots. This design was just really fun to make and fun to paint, especially the swirls. It looks like it would be something that's really hard, but it's actually pretty simple. Basically, I just lay down the color and then kind of fix it up with the base color. She's got these cute pink ears and pink paws and pink nose, and yeah, I love how clean looking this custom is, and it was a lot of fun to make, and I really hope that the commissioner likes it. Alright, this is another realistic commission. This is for my friend Lark LPS. As you can see, of course, the Mod Podge is still drying in a few places, but this is a owl custom. It is inspired by this type of owl. I cannot remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's some sort of barn owl. It's very cool looking. I had no idea this type of owl existed, so I'm really happy that I got to make this commission because I love the way that it's turned out, and it's just a really cool looking owl. So I did sculpt a few things. I sculpted these little feathers on its beak and these feathers on the feet. This was also one of the LPS owls that had a bow, so I cut that off and had to add a bit of clay here. You can sort of see it, but I think that it turned out really well. I've done one other owl before, which was a great horned owl, and I did not do as good of a job covering up the hole in its head as I did with this one, so I'm pretty proud about that, and I really like this one's eyes. I think it turned out super cool, and all around it's just a really cute little custom. I am very excited to talk about this custom because this is my first time getting commissioned for one of my extremely complex customs, which is the most expensive one, and if I'm going to be completely honest, I didn't actually think that anybody would buy one because it's been so long, but finally somebody purchased one, and it was very fun to make, and I think this custom turned out so cool. So as you can see, it has a ton of sculpted details, which is what dictates if it's extremely complex or not, because the overall paint job and design is actually pretty simple. It's just there's a lot of stuff that I had to sculpt. So let's start off with the head. The first things that I sculpted are the horns, which I love the way that the horns turned out. I sculpted these little blue things above the eyes, these right here, which I interpret as scales. It also has these like Eastern dragon sort of whiskers or koi fish whiskers, which I sculpted, and I did kind of have to resculpt the mouth a little bit. And then I sculpted these fins on the side of the head, and as you can see, it's a short hair cat base, so originally the ears are more up on the head, so I cut the ears off and put them on the sides, and I had to add some clay there to smooth them out as well. You can still kind of tell that I had to do that, but I think that it ended up turning out pretty smooth. And then for the body, I sculpted a little bit of fur kind of on the chest, as you can see, and then of course I sculpted this big ass tail and the extra pieces of fur that are right here. And here's what the bottom looks like, because it also has some design details on the bottom along with my signature, and I really like the way this one's eyes turned out. So basically it's this cool water dragon, and the design is super cool. Here's the design. It is from a person on Etsy, so yeah, I hope hope that you guys like this one as well, and I hope that I will get to do more customs like this for people in the future. These next 3 customs were all purchased by the same person, which is super awesome, by the way, so thank you so much for doing that. These guys were very fun to work on. So I'm going to start off by talking about this one because she is kind of an outlier. This custom is a character named Spring, and she is made from a Generation 5 corgi, which I think is an adorable base, and I've never customized this type of base before, so this one was really fun to do. She's pretty simple. The only thing that I sculpted was the flower crown. These flowers were all made using a mold, and then this one was hand sculpted, and then this is the original design of what she looks like, and I love that she has 2 different colored eyes. Now let's talk about these 2. These are both this person's Paw Patrol OCs, I believe. This one's name is Alex, and this one's name is Erica, and I sculpted their clothes and their little collars and stuff, and their hats are little Lego pieces, and I sculpted the buttons on top, and I love the way that their collars look. Of course, I made the collars shiny along with their nose and their eyes, and he is a Dalmatian, and this one is a Husky. This next custom features a head swap that I've never done before. It is a head swap between a corgi head and a Timberwolf body, and I think that it looks absolutely adorable. Fun fact, when I did this head swap, the head actually didn't fully fit into the body, so I had to put super glue into the little hole in the body and then push the head in, and now it actually sits because before it was just falling off. But I think it looks super adorable. Even though the head is small, it actually fits the body really well. And this is the commissioner design. It is for a person on Etsy, and their design is really cute, but my colors did end up being a bit darker than they were supposed to be, but luckily this person does not mind at all. I think the eyes are super cool. The little triangles were really fun to paint inside of them, and I think they turned out really good. And I didn't realize this when I was just looking at the reference sheet, but the actual custom itself, now that it's finished, really reminds me of like a hyena or an African wild dog, and I love that a lot. And that is it for today's video. Of course, as always, let me know which of these customs was your favorite down in the comments, and if you are interested in purchasing a commission from me, you can go click my Etsy link down in the description. Commissions are open, and they will be open for a while. If you don't want to commission me but still want to purchase a custom, I also have a bunch of pre-made customs currently for sale on my eBay shop. You can also click the link at the very end of the video to see which ones are currently available. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!